Another top welterweight in the world, Shawn Porter, and his father, Kenny Porter, are in the building with us. One time for these guys.
Well, I heard that you're in New York for more than a fight. I know you can't say it here.
Should I say it or should I not?
Should you not?
How do you feel about Angel Garcia, the things that he said at the initial press conference against Keith?
He goes behind the dumpster. He gets put to sleep.
We from Brooklyn, we're scrapping, it's part of life. So we happen to be the type of journalists to start a fight. I was raised in Gleason's, I was in the precinct, but I beat the case with my sweet pea defense. You drinking if you think you beating us. If I have to, I'ma put on Margarito's gloves. I'm in the Barclays like I own it. What you expected? The way I seized the moment, they thought I was epileptic. The fight game can't survive without me. I throw shots that make fighters spit out their mouthpiece. Never days off, only days on. I represent the hood like I'm Trayvon. These moments in boxing are so proper, like when Floyd told Oscar he beat his whole roster. It's our action that speaks the loudest. Though we the sweet scientists, they ain't nothing sweet about us.
Oh, that's funny, man. But look, you can't admit that in certain neighborhoods around this country, the lingo, the slang, I don't think it came from a racial place. It was more of a lingo.
I get that, but it shouldn't be allowed. It shouldn't be
on that
stage. Brought into that stage, because that now you're moving into. Now it ain't local, like you just said. You know, this is local. Yeah, we boys. This is how we talk. This is world. Now you not just representing.
That's what I say.
Good point.
You're not just representing.
That's what I say. Right.
Swift. Now you representing your nationality.
In the elevator, it would have been cool.
Yeah.
In Starbucks, it would have been cool. Yeah. Amongst us, it would have been cool. But
maybe not even Starbucks because the demographic there is not.
Yeah, I mean, we love Garcia.
I think I know where he was going with it.
What's up?
Where he was going with it was from maybe his standpoint of how he came up and people he knows. And
he's Puerto Rican. He probably used the N-word growing up.
Right. And I had that same discussion with another Latino, and he explained the whole thing to me. And I said, well, how is it okay for you to say, man, you gay or you being gay, quit acting gay or something like that? How is that okay? And not okay. Say the other thing to say, you know, I said, how is it?
Well, gay's never been used as a term of endearment, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little different.
Hey,
I'm not saying it's okay. Brother? Yeah, what's up, gay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's different. Yeah. So you'd be offended if you heard me say, yo, this is my, you know what I'm saying?
This is my N-word right here.
Well, see, you don't know my background.
That's the thing. It's about culture.
No,
where you grew up.
That's why I asked.
Exactly. So I raised him in a predominantly white neighborhood.
Right.
And he graduates from a high school with 485 kids. 8 of them black and 4 of those are biracial.
Wow.
So 2 of that 4 was him and his brother. So,
and the rest were white.
So that's 2 out of. So you understand?
Right.
We didn't.
Right.
It wasn't.
Right.
You couldn't say it at all.
Right.
And nobody ever said it that I know of. You never had that situation.
Well, I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, and it was said from a place where
it's one of your first words you say
growing up.
There's
no malice to it, and I know Philadelphia well, so I will say this. In my opinion, I don't think it came from a bad place, just from upbringing, culture in those neighborhoods. Though I agree, though, it didn't have to be put on that front stage.
What you said with malice, if you say it with some kind of anger or some negativity, doesn't that make it bad?
Well, I mean, I'm growing up. I've been in situations where I might have been upset on a personal level and said, "You bitch ass." Blase blah, but
it wasn't referring to race.
It sounded like you get it right too.
Say the whole thing though. You ain't gonna say the first.
He's scared to say it. Cause I'll get offended.
I got some
original black man.
I'm not getting fired.
I'll get offended
here when they say this.
He want to say the first.
He ain't allowed to say that
word. Listen, man. So this guy from what's his name? There's a show called Opie and Anthony. They work for SiriusXM. One of the guys got fired for just tweeting. Some, what he said, animals or something like that. Somebody jumped him. Anyway, you didn't hear me say it. So, but I get your point, and your point as well. I just wanted your opinion on what he said.
I was being educated by you, but because of where I come from, the things we did and the way we did it, and where what I'm saying, I conform to my work atmosphere.
Right.
I conformed to the city that I was living in.
Right, your society.
Which was at that particular time Cuyahoga Falls, and the long running joke was Cuyahoga Falls was Caucasian Falls.
Right.
That was the joke. And then wait. And then the city had a lawsuit against it because they wouldn't allow blacks to buy houses there. So
wait a minute. I thought all boxers grew up in the slums, were poor, were homeless, sold drugs.
But it's a perfect example that when you tough, you
So
just
me,
tough.
my son
Don't
got a
matter-
chance?
It don't matter where you from.
So wait a minute.
how you was brought
Since
up.
I'm bougie, my son got a chance then.
Yeah.
Oh, we good.
But listen, back to boxing really quick. Errol Spence.
Forgot this was a boxing show.
Yeah, we did, but I wanted to mention Errol. I just remembered. Errol Spence is not a world champion, but the narrative is that he's the guy that nobody wants to fight. Kind of like Shawn. So, and you seem to be a father that you'll put your son in there with anybody that's the same weight as him, that's ready to fight. How do you feel about a potential if you got a call from Al and Errol beats Brooke and says, I want to show down with Porter? You be okay with that?
Up top.
We take that.
Woo! You heard it here.
Listen. Understand.
As far as Errol goes, Sean Porter just been waiting on him to get a belt. That's all.
Wow.
And I also know that he can get a belt. He's gonna get a belt.
And we chopped it up with him. A couple of months ago.
For the-
we gonna
for the
support
book fight.
Errol.
Okay.
For what he doing? Because he knows he's been on planes with me with the landing gear didn't come out. So we lucky we just blessed to be back here.
Really?
We've been on,
What do you mean? Can you elaborate?
You had
on the
Sully.
situation?
You was going on water.
Me and Errol went to Russia. We went to Europe. I was his head coach in both those countries. We was in the World Championships in Azerbaijan, which is
What'd you say, Parmesan?
Azerbaijan.
Oh, okay. All right.
You never been there.
Azerbaijan, which sits on the Caspian
Boy,
Sea
you black.
between Iran and Russia. So me and Errol have traveled. We've been places. We've done things where our lives were not on stake, not just getting in the ring.
Right.
And we were coming from Russia, going to Europe, and the landing gear wouldn't come out, so the plane had to circle back around.
Oh.
We tried again and again. The landing gear wouldn't come out, and they had to
Scary
circle
moments.
back. And that third time, it
Parachuted out.
No, the third time. Well, you know I do.
I know y'all do parachute.
Oh, you
That's
guys
why
done
I said
that.
But the point I'm making was and is, we will support
got a history,
that boy
yeah.
1000%.
Genuine friendship.
Absolutely.
Do you think he
Boxing
beats
brother.
To
Brooke?
help him win
Do you think he beats
and get him
Brooke?
back here and get it in.
All right, so yeah, you would want him to win because it makes the fight bigger
Man,
for him and Shawn.
I want Errol to win.
But you've been in there with Brooke. How do you see that fight going?
I think he can beat Brooke. I do. I think he can beat Brooke. I think his southpaw style, along with his aggression, dynamite left hand, I think he can do it. You're Al Heyman guy, right? We asked Oscar, and I had to say to all the Al Heyman fighters, he said that if I asked him if anybody that he can choose outside of his camp to bring over, he said Errol Spence, and he said he built a lot of Al Heyman guys. What's your take on that? I've been asking all Al Heyman guys. I mean, you fought.
He was never Golden Boy.
But have you fought on Golden Boy cards? Mm-hmm. So doesn't that play a part in at least his journey, Shawn's journey, or some of the Al Heyman guys?
We could count the number of Golden Boy cards I've been on. Maybe 4.
Go pull up this month's Ring magazine and see where Oscar got Shawn rated at, and that'll tell you how he feel about Shawn. Or you want me to tell you?
Yeah, tell me, please.
He's number 3.
Who's above him?
But
Manny Pacquiao?
in the welterweight division,
We're above Manny Pacquiao.
that's a good fight too for you guys.
We love it.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you drop Manny Pacquiao in camp? Because Freddie Rose said that he gives $1,000 to whoever drops Manny Pacquiao, and the rumor was that you were...
I don't know who. I didn't start the rumor.
Okay.
I can just tell you, it's great competition. I kept that man on his toes. I beat him up.
He beat up, man.
I have knocked him across the ring, but I don't think I ever knocked him down.
Not off his feet. Okay.
I don't think I ever knocked him down.
Okay.
But it was good stuff in the ring.
Is Keith Thurman the hardest puncher you ever been in with?
Yeah.
He is.
Wow. It's a big statement.
You had Hearns, Leonard, Hagler, Duran. You got Porter, Thurman, Garcia, Spence. These guys need to round robin each other and make this an era that people can remember. We have absolutely no problem taking those fights against those guys. And I know none of those guys would take this personal. Well, maybe some of them would take it personal. You know what I mean? They might take it personal. But if you want to be great, challenge yourself, challenge all of these guys, and don't just challenge them from a standpoint that certain people in certain places pick the right guy for you at the right time. Fight as it just happens, just like a tournament. Let's go, everybody, you know what I mean? And if you're able to beat him, then, but everyone makes everyone great, so everyone sharpens everyone. So that's what I would like to see.
After Adrian Broner's last fight, what do you think about his career moving forward? Do you see him really being on an elite level with you guys, or do you think he's finished at 147?
All four of those guys will handle him.
All right, so before we go real quick, I want to remind everybody, Kenny and Shawn said they will fight Errol Spence any day, anytime.
Look at that. He put the plug in.
But all right.
We mean it.
Right,
Like
right.
I said, I just been waiting on you to get the belt. That's all.
Well, listen.
You know what? I feel like, and I felt like this for quite a while. Like, you know what? Shawn gonna be the only dude that they're gonna be able to call to say, hey, will you fight Errol? And we say yes to it.
You already getting prepared for that.
No, it's not just that we get prepared for it. It's who we already are. This is who we were. We came in here like this.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they know when they get ready to make that phone, I know who to call.
Right.
They know who to call. But, you know, again, because of our relationship,
Right.
we're going to support this kid.
Until it's time to fight Shawn.
Until it's time to fight.
Well, there you have it, folks. We got an exclusive today. We can't wait to see Shawn Porter again in the ring, and we want to thank you guys for coming and sitting down and talking with us today.
Definitely.
Back, we'll be here.
Yes.
Why we shaking hands like we ain't gonna
Yeah,
die?
well, the camera people, they're leaving now.
This is for the show. You just messed up the cut.
Start that
You just messed up the
over.
whole
This is
show.
50.com, the sweet scientist, Akim Barak. We out here.